Have you ever thought you could understand Portuguese just because you speak Spanish? Well, be careful. Although both languages are derived from Latin and have a surprising grammatical and lexical similarity, they're full of traps. In this video, I'll show you the 10 most surprising false friends between Spanish and Portuguese. These are words that sound or are written the same, but have very different meanings. Number 1. Embarazada. Imagine a woman says in Portuguese, "Estou embarazada." If you're a Spanish speaker, you might think she's expecting a baby. But no, what she's really saying is that she feels embarrassed. In Portuguese, embarazada means confused or embarrassed. On the other hand, in Spanish, embarazada means that a woman is pregnant. Both words come from the French embaraser, which in turn comes from the vulgar Latin barra, obstacle. Originally, it meant being stuck or having an impediment. In Spanish, this idea of impediment became physical and started to refer to pregnancy. In Portuguese, it kept the emotional or social meaning, feeling confused or embarrassed. Number 2. Pervert. Attention, this is a false friend that can be offensive if not understood correctly. In Spanish, Tarado is a derogatory word used to refer to someone with a mental disability or informally to someone who is foolish or ridiculous. It has a strong pejorative connotation and is considered an insult, although it is often used among friends as a joke. In Portuguese, however, tarado is mainly used to describe a perverted person. For example, if someone says in Portuguese, "He is a pervert," they're not saying that person is dumb, but that they have sexually inappropriate behavior. Both uses have a common root in the idea of deviation from the norm. In Spanish, it comes from tara, meaning defect, and in Portuguese, it evolved by association to behavioral deviation. Despite sharing the form, their connotations are very different, and careless use can cause serious misunderstandings. Number 3. Attends. When we say in Spanish that we are going to attend a conference, we mean being present at it. But if a Brazilian says assistir a conferência, he's actually telling you that he's going to watch it on television or on video. In Portuguese, assistir has a visual meaning related to observing. Both verbs come from the Latin assistere, which meant to be beside or to help. In Spanish, this meaning evolved into being present. In Portuguese, however, the verb acquired a new meaning, that of witnessing visually. This created a semantic break between the two languages, which can be confusing if the context is not known. Number 4. Paste. This is a classic misunderstanding. In Spanish, pegar almost always implies violence. Me pegou means he hit me. But in Portuguese, pegar usually just means to grab or take. For example, vou coger autobus means I'm going to take a bus. Both come from a popular Latin root, possibly from the verb picare, which in archaic Portuguese meant to stick or to adhere. Number 5. Ready. In Spanish, the word pronto means in a short time. For example, llegaré pronto is the same as saying I will arrive in a short time. But in Portuguese, pronto means ready or prepared. For example, estoy pronto means I am ready. In both languages, pronto comes from the Latin promptus, the participle of promere, which means to bring out or to present. The original meaning was willing, prepared to act. Spanish changed this meaning toward a temporal connotation. Someone who acts quickly will arrive soon, while Portuguese kept the original meaning of availability or readiness. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell to get notified about new videos. Number 6. Rato. In Portuguese, the word rato simply means a mouse, while in Spanish, un rato is a short period of time. But then, how is it possible that the same word has two very different meanings in such closely related languages? This case can be considered a lexical evolutionary coincidence. It turns out that the Portuguese meaning comes from the Latin ratus, for the animal, which is actually the origin of the word rata in Spanish. So raton was considered a pejorative of the word rata, and over time it came to have the connotation of a diminutive. So where does rato come from in Spanish? Well, the word rato comes from the Latin raptus, which is the past participle of the verb repere, meaning to snatch. Originally, raptus was used to refer to a snatched or fleeting moment, and from there it evolved to mean a short period of time in Spanish. Number 7. Long. In Spanish, we know that largo is the opposite of short when talking about length. However, in Portuguese, largo means wide. To refer to largo in the Spanish sense, you have to use the word comprido or longo. Both languages took the word from the Latin term largus, which meant abundant. The difference lies in the fact that Spanish derived its meaning toward the concept of length, while Portuguese, on the other hand, associated it more with width. That is a single word, but two different dimensions. Number 8. Jump. The Spanish meaning of the word brincar is to jump or to leap, while in Portuguese this word has the connotation of playing. The common etymological origin in both languages is not entirely clear, but some linguists claim that it comes from the word brinco, which derives from the old word vinclo, and this from the Latin vinculum, which means tie or bond, possibly used in jumping games. Initially, brincar meant to jump, both in Spanish and Portuguese, but in the latter it underwent a semantic transformation when it started to be associated with children's jumps. And possibly because of this, it became more associated with children's games, which is why its meaning changed to play. Number 9. Vaso. In the Spanish language, a vaso is what we use to drink water or, in general, any liquid. But in Portuguese, vaso literally changes its meaning and can be a flower vase or even a toilet. For this reason, if you ask for a vaso of water in Brazil without specifying, you might cause amusement or be made fun of, so be careful. Both vaso in Spanish and vaso in Portuguese come from the Latin vasum, which meant any kind of container. Spanish, on the other hand, specialized the meaning towards kitchen utensils or more domestic use. Portuguese kept a broader use and applied it to other types of containers. Thank you for number 10. Salada. If a Spanish speaker hears the expression salada de fruta, they might think of a bunch of fruits to which salt has been added. but in Portuguese, salada simply means salad. The confusion arises because in Spanish, ensalada refers to that dish, while salado or salada are adjectives meaning something is too salty. In both languages, salada comes from the Latin salata, the participle of salari, which means to salt, since insalari meant to season with salt. Portuguese kept it as a noun, while Spanish turned it into an adjective. How many of these false friends did you already know? Which one surprised you the most? Share your opinion in the comment box. And that's all for today. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to this channel. I invite you to also activate the bell so you'll be notified when there's a new video. See you soon.